Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Corey Loses for our second episode of our Community Challenge playthrough in Thrawn's Revenge Imperial Civil War. So in the first episode, we started off from Corrida, made our way through Coruscant, you can see the theme there, and into Odic 2. So for those of you who either didn't watch the last episode or aren't sure what's going on here, in this playthrough, I have a limited number of units and ships and vehicles that I can build. So all of them have been requested in names by different viewers and patrons of the channel. There's a link in the description that sort of explains what's going on with that, how to get in for that, although that will close by the start of episode 3. So that's going to be Saturday, April 21st for anyone watching this in the future, because I do want to limit it so I don't end up with too many. So basically, I started with one planet, we're taking over the entire galaxy, and once a unit's dead, it's gone, so we only have a limited amount. And there's a spreadsheet in the description that shows exactly what we're working with here. So there were also a few questions from people who thought I'd missed out on their thing. But if you check again, you can just in the spreadsheet Control F, and then you can search for it. Because the ones that were missing turned out they were there. It's just it was arranged in kind of a weird way on the spreadsheet, or something was misnamed or something. But it was all there so far. So if you do notice a mistake on the spreadsheet, just let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to fix it. But anyways, we are going to continue today. I'm going to build up first plot armor at Coralag here. And then what I want to do, I want to improve our economy. So we need tax collection agencies, and I want to get a trade port. At Corrida here, I'm going to build... Coruscant, I want a regular station. You're already building the things you need. I guess we'll... Do we want probe droids right now? Yeah,
vehicle in production.
But yeah, so I went through and I coded more of the units in. I've only got probably 50 of the units coded in from space and probably 30 or 40 for land. But I'm going to keep coding them in as we go through. And then when stuff dies, I'll code them, or I'll remove the code for those units. But, yeah, so I'm going to get glass cannon built up here, the replaceable... Oh, I don't have any credits for that. But yeah, these are actually our only 3 Carracks. So we have I Love Democracy, the replaceable, and glass cannon. So I'm probably, for some of these ships, I'm going to rotate them in and out of the fleet, depending on how stuff goes if we need them. And I would like to start off today by going for Enzoth, because I think we should be pretty safe there. We can get you in here.
Navigating to coordinates.
Once we're done with the structures over here, I'm going to use some of them to build up a couple probe droids, which are the only things that aren't limited for us. And then I'm going to scout out the planets around us. Because I was thinking that we'd go for Enzoth, Dornick, Bilbringi, and Obra Sky, but the problem with that is there's just so much space between the planets. It'd be kind of slow for us to get there, and the Empire of the Hand is growing pretty quickly over here. So if they end up, like, they're right next to Bilbringi right now, so they're going to want to go for it. So let's get plot armor into the fleet, and let's go with Spear of Infamy and Wind of the Willows. So we'll see what's at Soft Beacon, and then we'll go for Enzoth. We'll find out what at Pracketh as well. Right, as soon as that ship gets in there, it looks like a lot. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. It's just the ground units being there made it look like there was more than there was. So yeah, these are all random spawns. So all the stuff that's not controlled by like a playable faction, or the Hapen specifically, is all spawned in randomly. So the script doesn't know if this is a ground or a space planet, so it just spawns the stuff.
Orders received.
So I think we didn't lose anything last episode, so we're in a decent place. This is going to be our first capital ship planet too, but Enzoth is also one. So we'll have 2 capital ship production planets ready. Well, not ready. We'll have to actually build up the stations, but we'll at least have them. And relatively, I think we should be able to defend Enzoth. I don't think the Empire of the Hand is going to get that far out that fast. It'll probably be a few episodes before we start getting into too many real engage. Oh no, this isn't good.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Location confirmed.
So these are going to be a problem because the raid
jump to light speed.
the raid fleets, they're aligned with hostile, which is what the random spawns are. So
Advancing. Confirmed. Forward.
I canceled it.
Full speed. Moving. Right away.
So when the raid fleets happen, they're going to be working together with these ships.
There's interference in
This
this
could be
nebula,
our first
Commander.
loss.
There's interference in this nebula, Commander.
Yeah, we can't fight an ISD.
There's interference in this nebula, Commander.
We need to get out of here.
There's interference in this nebula, Commander.
That's nice.
Moving out. Heading out.
Stop it.
There's interference in this nebula, Commander.
Prepare for jump to hyperspace.
It. Okay, we made it. Oh god, that's not good. A phalanx and an MMT. I believe the raid or the random spawns are meant to be less intense next to a starting planet.
Roger.
So
Construction complete.
we might get a little bit more out in some of these planets than we did at like Korlag. Like, have you guys gone down here at all? No. Alright, hopefully I don't get a raid fleet this time.
We've located the enemy.
I kind of want to delay that notification. Or like randomize how late it comes in.
Awaiting command. Fallout.
Because it's really easy to dodge around them. Like, that's one of the game mechanics where it's a little bit more about
Choose your
the...
reinforcements.
Setting course.
Oh, did I bring all my ground units too? That's not
Flank
good.
speed. Coming about.
Reinforcements cancelled.
It's more about just the idea of having a three-way battle, as opposed to, like, there's still a lot of gameplay around it that we want to change. I hope this doesn't stay for the whole playthrough now.
Navigating.
That was one of the things I talked about in the Empire's End playthrough, being a risk when doing this, because there's so many units. It'll be really easy to hit the point, like, every unit is unique, so it'll be really easy to hit the point where the UI kind of bugs out, and you get that.
Awaiting your command. Losing power.
I've got them in my
Let's move out.
squadron here. Coming back around.
But this should be a relatively simple planet to take, raid fleet
Gunship
aside.
reporting.
Ties reporting in.
And because it's hostile, and I don't think there's a hostile setup for the fighter spawns, I think it's for the Sachines, it's just set to spawn for the New Republic. That's why those didn't have the fighters. So we'll have to add in the hostile spawns for some of these extra units. Just for the mod in general. It wouldn't really impact this playthrough, but
The lasers are our target.
these playthroughs, along the preview playthroughs, are a lot of the testing I do, honestly. So
Holding
I end up taking a lot of notes during them. Required viewing for the team as well. Hold on, I wanna. This is our only battle dragon for the playthrough as well. I did say in the stream when I was setting up the map that we didn't have a battle dragon, but we do. I just missed it on the thing. All right, so can I?
Construction complete.
Well, I guess it's actually easier to just do it this way. I kind of want to save the AACs for a bit later in the playthrough, because that's when we're going to be dealing with like shield generators and stuff when we're playing against the actual playable factions. So we'll save that. Let's get Rebel Jeff
in production.
and Corey Snoozes. I don't know why I put an underscore in the Rebel Jeff there. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, so 10 Battle Dragons, 6 Nova Cruisers. That's a lot. And let's
Unit
get
in
We Have
production.
Guns and
Vehicle in
Bellona.
production.
I might start building up a second fleet here, because as far as the random spawns go, we should be in good shape. And who are we leading with today? I hit something.
Invasion commencing.
Invasion commencing. But yeah, so just for the general knowledge purposes for anyone playing the mod who's been experiencing crashes when attacking the Duskin League, since we're going into Yavitha here, into Yavitha space here, that's a known issue. We're going to be patching that out, and that seems to be the biggest source of instability in the mod, is the Yavitha, or are the Yavitha. So once that's out, everything should be a lot more stable. We're not sure what's going on with them. I thought I fixed them before release, but apparently not. And we do have, this was taken out for 2.15, but we do have the terrain mapping back.
Concentrating firepower.
Yes, sir.
Ready to go. Engaging enemy.
It's really nice not fighting the buildings because the units no longer just hang around them.
Awaiting orders.
Really speeds things up. It also means they're not building anything else, but that's why some of these earlier battles are going to be a little bit easier. But it's kind of a race between us and the other major factions to see who can get an advantage before we get to the point where we're going to be fighting them. Well, let's get
Beginning
going
construction.
there. So I think we're going to have this fleet group working through this territory, and we'll have another fleet group up here that will start building, staging at Coruscant, and we'll go for Sauce Beacon. I don't want to invade Prakrith, though, for reasons we saw. Okay, let's get the capital shipyard up and running, and that'll be our first one. But on Coruscant, I want to get another couple probe droids in.
Construction complete. Unit
Actually,
cancelled.
let's do that. So this bug has been fixed. So this is supposed to be to destroy the structure, but because of the missing text, or I guess people just didn't read the description, they thought it was building another one. Then they said there's one away, but that's kind of the point. Let's get Wrath of Thrawn in here,
Production.
and we'll get. I don't want to build that just yet. Let's get an advanced vehicle factory under construction as well.
Moving to sector.
Stir Emil is one of the units that was requested by the team. I'm gonna make them, as is All About Corey, and
Construction complete.
there's an assault frigate called Let's Make a List that's on our thing. So that's Jorrit and Slorny. This is kind of why I want to code in a variety too, because
Constructing unit.
instead of like coding in every Architens right away, because then you end up with them on the build bar just forcing each other out, and it becomes harder to make any sort of reasonable fleet composition. Dornick, it looks like a fairly easy one as well.
We're on the move.
Kind of fitting that we're yellow and we're going into
Construction
the
complete.
Yavithan space.
Crews are online.
Let's check the history tab here. So the New Republic's actually building up quite a few credits. They're all spending them in pretty decent chunks there too. So the Empire's military is active, but not growing at the same rate. You can see they're the ones that are invading the most too, so that's why their military graph isn't changing that much. Because it looks like they're going to get all the way across the north there. We might want to start focusing more to the south. I was kind of thinking the New Republic would take the south, the Empire of the Hand would take like the northwest, and the Empire would take the northeast.
The enemy is
And
approaching.
that'd be how they spread out. But it looks like we have a reasonable chance to make a lot of gains in the south.
Choose your
Cannons
reinforcements.
armed.
Oh no. Oh no. Other double
Let's
oh no.
go.
Hold on.
Keep going.
Calculating jump to
I think this is just
light
power to engine that's been renamed. Because I coded it off of the... Yeah, damn. Not actually the retreat ability. It's just powered engines.
This way.
What a tease. Over there, buddy. What are you doing? What are those? What are those?
Location confirmed.
It's like getting attacked by Toronto Aquarium. No.
Confirmed. Forward.
No!
We have been defeated.
Sorry, Marin Trickster, but they chased you down. That's our first loss. Well, my condolences to whoever requested that. It is it served us well, but it got trapped by a couple raid fleets. Made it through the first one. I kind of want to do a death montage after the playthrough, so all the ships that die.
Brigade standing by.
We're gonna have to get a replacement anti-fighter, so the Pathfinders are in the most danger. Let's get Corey Snoozes into there.
Moving into position.
And then what do we got here? Neither of these are that threatening. Get you guys ready for that.
Transmission received.
I really wish they wouldn't just do this when they retreat. I don't want you in the thing with all the ground units. Really not helpful. Let's see. What do we want? Let's get Master
Recruiting
Asterix
soldiers.
and
Recruiting
Protagonist. And we'll get...
Constructing.
Make sure this is going. Alright, we have access to our first ISDs. I've only coded in a couple of the capital ships, so we will get more of those as we go on. Now that we actually have access, I'll code more of them. I was focusing more on coding in some of the stuff that we'd build a little bit quicker. But it'll probably be next episode before we actually get one. You know what? Let's go back
Moving
right
ahead.
in.
Tactical battle imminent.
And let's get Vengeful Spirit for that main fleet, or for that secondary fleet, not main fleet. Oh, let's make a list. Previously known as Morning's Bell, Dornic is a former colony world in the Galactic Core. The original Kubaz colonists were wiped out by the aggressive Evithan forces during their Great Purge.
The enemy has been spotted. At your command.
At your command.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, plot armor.
Reinforcements en route.
First sight. I might put the camera back at its original angle,
We're on our way.
because it does better with the field of view being that way.
Maneuvering. Armed
Yeah,
and
you get
ready.
in there.
Confirmed. We'll be there shortly. Moving into position.
444th. Glass cannon. Confetti
Right
launcher.
away.
I'm going to start using other stuff as our Pathfinders as well, I think.
Clear-wing squadron reporting.
We don't tend to have the most anti-fighter in the world.
Destroy the ion cannon.
Okay, that's going to go down on its own. Strike cruisers are kind of a threat.
Cruiser here. Cannons on. Regroup for another attack. Destroy the ion cannon. I'm on it.
I think glass cannon's okay.
We have them in
Yeah,
our sight.
alright, so we can start focusing on the other strike cruiser. Plot armor's good as well.
Orders, sir.
Alright, what do you got down there?
Reporting. Weapons armed. Getting a lock.
Lux, head down and head that off. And let's get all these fighters to come after that escort as well. Soon it'll be an escort.
Standing by. Setting up my run, sir. More enemy craft.
Choose your reinforcements. We
Battery
are
is online.
victorious.
Okay. No losses. What do you got there? That is a decently large
Construction
fleet.
complete.
2 VSD2s, 4 strikers. That's gonna... I feel like that's gonna be
I'll be there.
one that we wait for
I
our capital
understand.
ships for. Okay. What did they have here? I think there was an ATAP.
Construction complete.
Let's bring down our own ATAP.
Invasion commencing.
Ready, sir.
Choose your reinforcements.
That's gonna come into us.
Destination set.
Let's get Walk of the Valkyries up there. And Master
away.
Asterix. As well as
Heading
Protagonist.
out,
So there were some of the people who requested Jedi, I believe they did
Reporting.
request specific abilities and stuff, and
Yes.
unfortunately there's a lot of other work that goes into making the abilities
I'm
work
with
like
you.
that, so I just gave them the standard, the Jedi stuff. And if they survive long enough, and I'm done coding in the other units, then I might have the time to go through and try to do the work to add the extra abilities to them. But for now, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to leave them doing what they're doing. Alright, I feel like
Ready.
Walk the Valkyries
Right away.
and...
Destination set.
I can't remember if this is Wrath of Thrawn or Stir Mill, but
Proceeding to target.
these two should be enough to take on the
Target
ATAP.
acquired.
Stay close to me. I'll be there.
This should be fun.
I'd like to give them Crush or something,
AT ready.
Comlink active.
but I'll check what was requested.
Armor transport
But some of them
ready.
may
On my
not
way,
be
sir.
possible to apply.
At
Heading out.
maximum unit capacity.
Reporting in. Walker moving out. As you wish, General. Right away.
Heading out.
ATAP against the skiffs like that, probably not the
Orders received.
best.
Firing.
I feel like that
Roger
should take that out.
Moving out. Heading out.
Lancet standing by.
Is that the
Form up.
ATAP? Yes, there
All
it
out,
is.
troops. Awaiting your orders.
Aerial artillery reporting.
Like I'm really playing Fall of the Republic. Sometimes I really am playing Fall of the Republic.
Attacking.
Almost.
Engines activated.
Yeah, you just follow them around and do your thing.
Affirmative. Open fire. Transfer coordinates.
Actually, you get out of there.
Heading to
Copy.
coordinates.
Let's move out.
Walk the Valkyrie's got to get in there.
Ready for orders. Receiving orders.
Channel
I
open.
copy. Commencing attack.
At the ready.
Bombing run available.
Firing.
Your orders?
Gold Squadron commencing attack.
Commence attack run.
As you wish.
Here he comes.
Engaging.
We've sighted.
Bye. Here it goes.
System conquered. Building started.
Alright, where are we gonna... We've got Crustai.
Construction.
Do we want to
complete.
try to go for Bilbringi, or do we just want to fortify at Dornick? Because I can get an HV gun here,
Cruiser reporting.
but... Yeah. Pildats was the one we said was too much stuff.
Right away.
Yeah? Yeah,
I'm
I
on
think
it.
so. Let's get...
Building under construction.
Just turn this into a light vehicle factory.
Moving out.
You guys go in there. You're
Construction
almost ready
complete.
to go after those guys. You need a heavy
Beginning
vehicle factory,
construction.
that's what you need.
Construction complete. Building started.
Zoth. Odic.
Vehicle in production.
Let's try to get vision on all of these guys, and it's more than likely that they're gonna spread all the way down south here, and they'll start fighting, like competing with the New Republic for some of these planets. I don't think Arido is ever going to be able to build that up. I don't remember if their AI is on or not. But how's the New Republic doing? They're down to Drucknwell and Glomp, though. They got Commodore this episode as well. I don't know if they're gonna... Yeah, they haven't taken anything from Mon Calamari yet, but if they get into Dasucha, Nalhutta, and Kessel, it's going to be really easy for them to start focusing downward. The Empire is what's really looking worrying right now. If we don't take Obra Sky, we're going to
Unit in production.
run out of chances too. Alright, well, let's check again at Polnai. I don't remember what was there, and I don't want to go into anything that we can't beat, especially if it turns out we end up against a raid fleet that we can't get out of. Which we shouldn't, but I'd rather not just give up the Corvettes if we can get away from it. But I feel like the Empire of the Hand's not going to be able to take Prildas.
Construction complete.
You know what? Just to be safe at this point. No, we'll leave that. Okay, right. This was the New Republic forces.
Moving out.
Okay, we'll take Polnai.
Construction complete.
I really do want to get to Prildas before they do, but that was a stronger
Battle imminent.
fleet. This is a pretty good one too. So I've also been thinking about just ways to do this in the future, just any changes that we want to make.
Look, sir.
So if you have any just overall suggestions for different ways to do this kind of playthrough or other kinds of challenges we can do for the channel, then let me know in the
Head full. All power to the engine.
let me know in the comments, and
Underway.
we'll try to plan different types of this kind of thing.
Moving into position.
Because I've thought of a few ways just as the
Moving
channel
out.
grows. If it turns out we have way too many units, that I can narrow that down. But
Choose your reinforcements.
On my way. Heading out.
Reinforcements en
Heading
route.
out. All out. Let's move out. Yes, Commander. Ready to engage.
I'm running out of maneuvers.
The lasers
Come
are our
on.
target.
Losing control.
Awaiting orders. Target those lasers.
these raid fleets are really unlucky.
Assault frigate here.
Enemy fighters incoming.
Roger that. Setting course. Commander, they're hitting us.
Where'd he go? Nowhere to run.
We're on the move. Moving ahead. Moving into position.
I'm under attack.
Prepare for jump to hyperspace.
I'm hit.
Lost another anti-fighter. Thank you, raid fleets. Rip Corey snoozes. Sorry, Hex. Yeah, I think I do need to start using like an Architens for that or something. So let's bring these guys into that fleet.
Carrack en route.
That's Corey Snoozes and Amaran Trickster that we've lost that way so far.
Ball out.
The raids are going to be a problem until later.
Tactical battle imminent.
Inbound.
If we do this with the Arquitens, if we do the Pathfind with the Arquitens, then at least we can get away like this.
Carrack en route.
Because it'll be able to survive a little bit long. Okay.
Understood.
But the other thing is you can't get through the asteroids, which is usually what you'd want to try to do
Carrack
with
en
that.
route. Understood. Moving to
Let's just
sector.
get all the way up here.
Carrack en route.
Choose your reinforcements. Reinforcements en route.
Let's go. Navigating to coordinates. Moving out. Heading out,
They've
sir.
got us targeted. Squad, I need help.
On our way. Let's move out. Weapons ready. Orders.
Understood.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Flank speed. Standing by. We're almost there. Right away.
I can't switch position.
Moving out.
Retreat in progress.
Almost in range of the precursor.
Regroup.
It's just a bunch of precursors, so
Falling out of formation.
beatable, but I don't know how we're getting so unlucky with the raid fleets. Okay, I'm
I'm
not
going.
going there again. I'm going there again. I'm not letting the ships get piled up again.
Let's go.
Tactical battle imminent.
Incoming!
Carrack commander here.
But this is so worn down now that we should be able to just jump straight in.
Reinforcements en route.
Right away. Coming about. Destination confirmed. Orders received.
We are reducing the vulnerability from when you jump in. We're still leaving it at something because it's kind of meant to simulate the fact that when you're jumping in, your shields need to come online.
Heading out.
But we don't want to turn it, or we do want to have, or we don't want to have it just blow everything up right away because
Heading for coordinates.
that just feels
Roger
terrible.
that. Target in sight.
Can anyone
Fall
else
out.
see him? I'm losing my
Is
engine.
it just the fighters that
On
are
my way.
left? Or is it counting the asteroids as victory relevant?
We are
Nope, it's not.
victorious.
There we go.
On my way.
Get our ground stuff. What was here? For ground. I don't remember.
Building
Well, let's
started.
get more of that. Ooh, a nebula. Or a majestic, not a nebula. Alright, sorry, I had to step away for a second, and like right when I got back, there was an Empire of the Hand fleet that attacked here. So I retreated Wind of the Willows. We are going to go into Polnai first, though, and then we'll try to deal with that, I guess. This is not good. But yeah, so we're going to focus on just taking Polnai, and then we'll see what we can do about the Empire of the Hand there. But
Invasion commencing.
yeah. We lost the station at
Where
Polnai,
do you need me?
but everything else is still...
Choose your
All
reinforcements.
of our units are still
On my
alive.
way,
That's
sir.
what matters.
On my way.
So let's get
Sensor
some
node
vision going
constructed.
here.
Awaiting your signal.
Reporting.
And I forget what they had.
Copy.
Construction
Let's
complete.
see. When they come into view, I'll build either an AV or an
Enemy
AA.
forces ahead.
What do they got? Looks like all infantry. Yeah. So we'll build an
Turret
AI
constructed.
turret.
What's the mission?
Move you back here.
Heading out, sir.
At
Inputting
maximum unit
coordinates.
capacity. Construction complete.
Affirmative. On my way. Fire for maximum effect. Reporting in. Fire. Yes.
All right.
Roger that.
Not too bad.
Skywalker reporting.
I don't know how strong the Jedi actually are. I kind of want to test them a bit more before I
I understand.
send them in, but we got two of them. I
on
think
it.
they have the Berserk ability.
Understood.
They do have heal, so this is risky. I don't want to do this. Actually, let's wait until these guys are in range, and we'll see how the Jedi do when they're just in terms of damage output, because we'll be able to see what they're killing.
On my way. May the force be with you. Transmit the order. Don't underestimate.
Not terrible, but I'm glad I didn't send him in alone.
The enemy has been defeated.
Could probably increase how much they attack in just one go.
System control achieved.
What's this planet worth? I'm not sure.
Roger that.
35. Yeah, that's not really worth building some mines on. Zephyl might be,
Construction complete.
if we know what they have there.
Building started.
Setting course.
Constructing. Constructing.
Enzoth. Do we build a
Tactical battle
hypervelocity
imminent.
gun there? No. No, we don't. Let's kill the vigilance here. And then we'll probably take one more planet for this episode. We might want to start working our way a little bit further east, but that fleet is still being built
We've
up.
located the enemy.
We'll have to fortify in this end too.
Copy that. Advancing.
Uh-oh.
Choose your reinforcements.
We're on our way.
Well, this isn't a raid
We'll be
fleet.
there
So.
shortly.
Or this isn't a hostile
Right away.
force. So we can just kill this. And we're good. It's
Reinforcements
like
en route.
almost every battle
Activating
this
weapon.
episode.
At your command. Launching attack.
We
There we
are
go.
victorious.
This is our planet, so we don't need to justify ourselves here.
Training troops.
No, this is actually the one unit I can't build. These scout troopers.
Construct.
I'm not sure where in the code they are specifically, so
We're on the move.
I haven't removed them yet.
Construction complete.
Where did I queue up that
Construction
probe droid?
complete. Unit in production.
So Jitapadan and Prildas both have some pretty strong starting forces. So did Prakith. Oh, there's a bunch here. Well, we already know it's there. How many havens specifically are
complete.
there?
Construction complete.
And we can queue up our first capital ship. So let's get Showdown
Unit in
VIP
production.
and
Unit
Cutie
in
Rage.
production.
We'll get one for each fleet. Then we can start making more of a move. We'll know exactly when they take out the space at Prildas because it's only space. Right. Okay, so we did see that already. And what was on the ground there? Just army troopers.
Construction complete.
So yeah, let's go for that
Moving ahead.
first. Gonna be a raid fleet
Construction.
guaranteed.
Building started.
Heavy vehicle factory here, and then we'll get mines on Zephyl.
There they are. Blast them.
Orders, sir.
Nope, we can retreat, so it's not a raid fleet.
Choose your reinforcements.
Okay, they're gonna be coming around the edge there, so Providence, Confetti
Heading out.
Launcher, Night
All out.
Flame, Ozzy's
Roger.
Last Stand, Plot
Reinforcements
Armor,
en route.
Moving into
Lux,
position.
Understood.
444th, Into the
Moving to
Willows,
sector.
Rebel
Right away.
Jeff, Snowflake in the
Positioning.
back, and Glass
Carrick en
Cannon,
route.
and Invictus.
Bombers at the ready.
Ready for command, sir.
Ready for battle.
Intercepted.
Form up. Let's move out. The lasers are our
Excellent
target.
shot. I got
Let's go.
I'm on them. Locking on.
Target those lasers. Reporting in. Awaiting order.
Fire.
The lasers are our target.
Okay, Protector is going to take full brunt of our forces here.
All fire on the
I'm going to switch to Vanguard. I'm starting to think the more important thing is just making it so that we can make any individual target vulnerable. So we start to drive it away before they can focus too much on one of our ships.
I can't take another hit like that.
The primary target is the engine. Initiating attack.
So that'll help us maximize it at least.
Destroy the shield.
It like or more minimize our own casualties versus maximizing theirs.
Target those lasers.
I'm under attack.
Fire! Open fire. Keep going.
Generally in other playthroughs, I don't care about minimizing our casualties.
Attacking target.
They've got us targeted. Squad, I
Fire
need
at
help.
will. Attacking. Targeting.
Choose your reinforcements.
Firing.
I guess this 2M tank's our mascot or something.
Copy. Open fire.
Sir, taking fire.
Over there.
Closing on target.
I've got him.
I copy. The lasers are our targets.
Shield's almost gone.
Enemy spotted.
And just the TIE Hunters left? Nope. Actually, there's a
Where are you?
Imperial Escort carrier here. I'm going to try to code in some of the Imperial Escort carriers for
We
next
have them in
episode as
our
well.
sights.
Watch for enemy ships.
Ready to engage. Target locked. Target in sight. Initiating attack.
The enemy has
Alright.
been
I really wish you could just make it a graphic setting for static versus moving turrets. That would make our lives a lot easier. Because as far as we're concerned, there's a huge performance decrease that happens with too many moving turrets.
Right there.
And we do like the graphical effect of it. It's not actually that hard to accomplish it. But the problem has always been that there's
invasion
it is
commencing.
so resource intensive to run, and we want the mod to lag as little as possible for any given thing. So like it does lag more on like 150 planet maps, but with that it's not an alternative of like you can do a reduced version of that. That's just have a smaller galactic map, and we already have a ton of those. Whereas with the moving turrets, you either have that and you have the lag, but there's no way to reduce that within the game for people who can't run that. So we've always said if we do that, it'd be a different
Choose
download,
your
a separate download that
reinforcements.
people opt into.
Destination
But if it
set.
could just be an in-game
copy.
graphic setting option, that
You
would
can
be
count on me.
so much nicer.
I'll be
So we
there.
will do it at some point
I understand.
for the major stuff that has like clearly obvious visible turrets and would benefit from that. But
Turret constructing.
I'm on it.
On
that
my
is
way.
why we don't do it.
Inputting coordinates.
At maximum unit capacity. Construction complete.
Understood.
Form up.
Okay, this is really going to be a
Awaiting
big one
orders.
for Barrage.
Scanning area.
I feel like.
Form up. Spreading out.
I'm with you.
Come on, army troopers. I know you're coming. Any
Copy.
second.
On the move.
Let's go find him.
Scouting area.
I guess since we're in here.
Stay close to me.
Bombing run available.
I'm here. This should be fun.
On this one, I'll just get a
Sensor
sensor node.
constructing.
Let me help
Construction complete.
This is a rather large
you. Be right
map.
there.
On my way.
You guys all head out.
Yes, Commander. Let's go.
Moving.
Enemy is approaching.
All right, there's step one.
Skywalker here.
That didn't even look like it was a full company though. So
Right.
there's what, 7 of them? 7 full companies?
Scanning area.
Commander Skywalker.
Don't get in too deep there. Which one are you? Asterix.
Where do you need me? As easy as bullseyeing womp rats. I'm going.
This should be
On my way.
Okay, you really need to do more damage
Be
with
right
that.
there.
Bombers reporting in.
There we go.
I copy. Let's go. Reporting.
Nope, I didn't want you to do that.
Right. Got it.
I want you over here. I don't know why it's stuck in that animate. There we go.
Target locked. Target acquired. Concentrating firepower. Targets engaged.
Turret constructed.
Skywalker reporting.
Yes, Commander.
Transmit the order. I am a Jedi.
Are you though? Am I just supposed to take your word for that? I'd send him off after that one, but I don't trust that these guys won't get to him first.
Ready. Fire for maximum effect.
I copy.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Yes. I see it. Be right there.
We are victorious.
So I think that is going to do it for today's episode. Got a fair bit of progress. We got to our first capital ship planets. We've got our first capital ships under construction as well.
System conquered.
The big problem here is going to be that we are now up against the Empire of the Hand, and they seem to be up against the Empire up there. So they're probably going to want to expand either into us or further south there. So we're going to start being surrounded. We're going to need to work on getting probably Prakith next episode, just because we will have our first capital ships built at that point as well. You know what? I'm going to
Unit cancelled.
swap you over to, which one was it, Keter Age?
Unit
Yes.
in production.
So yeah, so that's going to be our goal. We're going to try to get probably the rest of the Yavithan space and then start moving down this way. But that is going to do it for today. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough so far. And remember, if you have any, or if anyone else hasn't requested any ships yet and they want to get it in, the closing day for the viewers is going to be tomorrow's episode, Saturday's episode. And I will be adding patron ships throughout the playthrough, though. So if you do become a patron and you want to get a ship in the playthrough, that is applicable whenever. So thanks again for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.